Hello, welcome to the stream. Doing something a little different today. We are making a tier list of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky characters that could beat in a fight. That's a really long-winded title. I need to come up with something a little bit better than that. For the tier list, we have one-hit KO character that I could just spark out. Easy scrap. You know, it's not a difficult fight. I win is just a standard win. Struggle win is it's a bit of a back and forward. I get there in the end, but you know. I lose is a standard loss. I lose badly. I get shit kicked out of me, and I am in need of urgent medical care. Speaks for itself, really. It's basically just a tier list of the characters, but I've renamed it. We have all of the starters and all of the recurring characters throughout the game, I believe, are the fellas we have here. Anyway, without further ado, Bulbasaur. So we're going to start out on Bulbasaur here. I don't know where I'd put Bulbasaur, because at the end of the day, he's just an onion, isn't he? At the end of the day, Bulbasaur is just an onion. And onion's one of my favourite foods. The thing about me is I love raw onion. So I'd edge my bets and say I could just eat Bulbasaur. So I'm not going to put him in a one-hit KO, because that's not true. But I think I'd lean towards an easy scrap for Bulbasaur. Charmander. He's a bit fiery, could set fire to me. That's always something I need to bear in mind. But I don't think he'd have the guts to do it. I honestly don't think he'd have the audacity. I think he'd be a bit of a puss. So like I could stand on him. I'm going to put that in an I win. Not easily, but not struggle. Squirtle. I'd say Squirtle, you see, isn't that difficult to beat in a fight. If you get him out the shell, what is he? If you pull Squirtle out of his shell, what is he? He can't do much. So I'm going to put Squirtle in easy scrap as well. Arbok, on the other hand, in the game, Arbok's a bit of a chode. Look, I'm not winning. I'm not going to win against Arbok. I think I lose badly against Arbok. Pikachu's a big softie. I think if I just belted him with one of them, he's out. But I don't think it'll be a one-hit KO. He's also electric, which could be really difficult to fight. I mean, fighting an electric mouse. He's a mouse, so like. I mean, if you ran up to it and just kicked it, it would go flying. Yeah. But I'm just going to put my Charmander and I win, right? Nidoking is he's very poisonous. If he managed to poison me, I'd be in need of urgent medical care. But he's only like 4'11", 4'10" even. You see, I am taller than Nidoking, so I could, realistically speaking, probably have the advantage. I mean, I'm only 5'6", so it's not that much of an advantage. He's massive, like hench. I think, but if he poisoned us, I'd be in need of urgent medical care. But if he didn't poison us, I think it would be a loss, though. Vulpix, Vulpix is an easy scrap. It's just so small, like it's just a little baby, you know. Wigglytuff. You see, Wigglytuff's a bit solid, you know. Wigglytuff's one of those where it doesn't look it, but it's an absolute like hard lad, and it would cause a lot of damage. And with it being the guild master, like I don't think he's putting me in intensive care, but I think I'm losing badly to Wigglytuff. Zubat, needless to say, it's a one-hit KO. He's just such a little wimp. He's such a little bitch. You know, I just grab it by its little legs and just bat it off something, and well, I mean, I'm not killing it, but I would knock it out, you know. Diglett. See, on his own, he's a bit of a weakling, but I wouldn't be able to get him because he'd just be digging holes. But if I managed to rip him out, what would he do? See, I'd say I win against him, but then Dugtrio is going to be a struggle win simply because my thing for Diglett is I just grab it and pull it out the ground and then it can't do anything. But if there's three of them, I might get one, but then the other two could pop up and boom, 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 knock us out. You know, you don't know what's under there. You guys have seen the picture of Diglett being like hench under the floor. So, you know, whack-a-mole, exactly, whack-a-mole. Next we're having Meowth. It's a cat. Cats are, see, cats are good fighters. I had a cat once and it beat my dog up, you know? My dog was like massive and my cat was tiny. It could beat us up if it caught us off guard. But then again, if I caught it, I could chuck it in water and it would be upset. I'm going to put it in struggle win. Magnemite. Easy scrap. I would just get a big magnet. I'd just boom, and then he wouldn't turn an electromagnet on, it would just go flying and get stuck. And then, well, easy win. What else? But yeah, Haunter. How do you fight the ghosts? I can't win because I can't punch a ghost. So I think I would lose, not badly. I think you just tire us out. Drowsy. I mean, Drowsy's nothing. He's the first boss in the game. But also, he'd be a bit solid. Nah, you can use brainwaves on you. So not an easy scrap, but I'm gonna win. Marowak. Marowak's a small guy, but Marowak could do some serious damage with that Bone Club. If you get the Bone Club off, like, you've won. But if you don't manage to get the Bone Club away from Marowak, it is really gonna end up with you, like, broken limbs, you know? You're gonna get absolutely smashed to pieces, so I don't know. I don't think I could win against Marowak. Coughing, I'd literally just... I just turn a fan on. It's just gas. Goodbye. One hit KO. See, Chansey I would win against, because Chansey can't really do much against me, but I think where Chansey can't really hit me, it's going to take me a long time to whittle Chansey down, because I'm going to be punching him, and it's just going to take so long. I don't think I can beat Kangaskhan. I really don't think I can beat Kangaskhan. I don't think I'm going to be in need of medical care, but I think if Kangaskhan put... Maybe it's just a lose. Is it a bad lose? I don't think it's a bad lose, but I think it's a loss. I'm gonna take the L there. Mr. Mime. I think Mr. Mime would be an easy scrap. That Pokemon just fills me with so much anger and hatred that I'd just kick the shit out of it. I just would take great joy in battering it. Now I've got Gyarados. Obviously, I'm gonna be in water to fight Gyarados, and I'm not the strongest swimmer, so I think it would actually rip me to shreds. So I'm gonna put I am in need of urgent medical care. Lapras kind of falls into the same thing as Gyarados, though. I think I might be in need of medical care, because, like, then again, I don't think it would hurt us, because Lapras is like a good bloke. But I think I'd be able to just break Lapras's heart, to be honest. I think if I just hurled insults at it enough, it'd get that upset and down and sad because someone it's given a ride to is being an absolute dick, that it would just give up. Just wouldn't fight anymore. I'd break its heart. Eevee, yeah, I would just throw it. Chikorita, I would honestly just grab it by its leaf, swing it and toss it into the distance. One hit KO. Chikorita has no chance. Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil's a little fiery guy though, isn't he? Again, that's where it starts. That's where the struggle comes from with Cyndaquil. Because he'll just spark up his little flames and you'll go ah. Then against a mouse, so using the Pikachu philosophy, if I just kicked it, it would go flying. Totodile, I'm going to put Totodile down as a struggle win, simply because I wouldn't want to hurt the young man. I just wouldn't have it in me to upset Totodile, you know. Xatu, it's a bird, and it could just fly. I think if I got a hold of it, I could beat it. But it's getting a hold of it, so it's going to be a struggle win. Marl, easy win. Look at it, stupid little mouse. An easy win. Sunflora. Oh, yeah, I'm going to rewind. I'm going to have to rewind there to Xatu. He can see the future. He could see the future, so I would lose. There's no way I could win that. He can see into the future. How am I going to win that fight? Sunflora. Easy scrap. It's a sunflower. Wooper. I'm sorry, Wooper, but you've got no arms. I'd just knock it straight out. It's got literally no arms. Wobbuffet, on the other hand, is a bit of a sneaky guy. It doesn't look all that dangerous. I think it could do some serious damage. So I think I'd win. I think I'd still win. It can take a punch. I think I'd win, but it'd be hard. Now, Scizor. I think I'd be in need of urgent medical care. Have you seen that thing's hands? It would rip me to pieces. Yeah, I don't think I'm winning against Scizor. I think it's another need of urgent medical care. Ursa I would beat. I think it would just be a plain win. Ursa Ring, on the other hand, I think I would lose. I think I'll lose pretty badly against Ursa Ring, to be honest. I'm saying this because it's a fully grown bear. It's a grizzly bear. Do I look like I can fight a grizzly bear? No. It would absolutely... It would have me. Imagine fighting a bear. Octillery... Again, I'd have to be in the water to fight Octillery, wouldn't I? And Octillery's a slippy guy. And he could shoot us, and he could ink us, and... Yeah, I'm losing to Octillery. Fanpy, it's between easy scrap and one hit KO. Like, look at Fanpy. look at Phanpy and tell me you couldn't just like kick it across a football pitch, you know? I think I'm going to put him in easy scrap. And then I'm going to get Smoochum here goes in one-hit KO, because Smoochum's a baby. Like, it's fighting a baby. Celebi. You see, the philosophy I used for Bulbasaur was I absolutely love onions, and I would just eat it. And Celebi is an onion fairy, but Celebi is a psychic onion fairy. It can go back in time. I think I could get the edge on Celebi if I caught it. But I think it's going to be a hard fight, because if I caught it, I would just, you know, punch it. Goodbye, Celebi. Trico? I think it's just going to be a plain win for Trico, but Grovyle. Now, if we're talking Mystery Dungeon Grovyle, he's an absolute hard case, so I think I'd lose badly to him. If we're talking a normal Grovyle, I think I'd struggle win, but Mystery Dungeon Grovyle, and this is a Mystery Dungeon tier list, I think I'd lose badly against, because have you seen the way that man performs? He's absolutely lethal. He is an absolute beast, so I just don't see it being easy. Torchic, it's literally a chicken, like, end of the day. It's a little fire chicken, so it'd be, yeah. Mudkip, now. A little lesson about me. I don't like Mudkip at all, so I would take great pleasure in obliterating Mudkip. I would put all of my energy into just boom, knocking them clean out, you know. Pelipper. I think Pelipper would be a problem. I think I'd lose to Pelipper. Not badly, but I think I'd lose just because of the fact it can fly. It's big. It's got this big mouth. Like, have you seen Finding Nemo? Have you seen the amount of problems the pelicans cause when Finding Nemo? Gardevoir. I mean, Gardevoir's really, like, might have some good psychic powers, but Gardevoir's really skinny. Like, really, really skinny. So I think it would be hard to fight just because it's psychic powers. But if I got the chance and just like booted it, it wouldn't get up. It would have like It's so brittle. It would be like snapping a twig. This guy, Loudred. I mean, he's got a canny set of Nashas. He's got a big mouth. He'd blast you away with his music. You'd be deafened, exactly. But at the same time, have you seen the ratio of this thing? I could just push it over, and it's got that little legs. It would just be like struggling like a turtle. So I'd say it'd be a struggle win again because I'd be deaf. But Azurill one-hit KO. I would obliterate it. I would absolutely obliterate it. Skitty. You see, Skitty's a little pussycat though. Meowth's a real tomcat. Skitty's a little wuss. I don't think Skitty would be as hard to fight. Sableye. Now that'd be hard because I'm not a fairy type at the end of the day, so I can't impose any weakness to it. And Sableye's always in packs in it, really. Would I lose? I think I'd lose to Sableye. Aggron. Alright, I would lose badly to Aggron just because of the sheer size of it. It must weigh a ton. The sheer size of it, I would lose pretty badly to it. I don't think I'd be in need of medical care. But yeah, I think Aggron would crush me. Medicham, I'd lose badly again because it's a master of martial arts and shit. It would absolutely kick the living shit out of us. I'm proud to admit it. Manectric, he's a little lightning dog. It'd be really fast. I wouldn't be able to catch it. It would electrocute us. I don't see myself winning that one. Torkoal, easy scrap. It's such a slow old tortoise that it wouldn't even notice that I just chucked water on it. That's a bit cruel, isn't it? But it just wouldn't notice that I'd had a bucket of water and poured it onto the tortoise, and easy scrap. Spoink, one hit KO, take the pearl off its head, stop, kick it in the tail. It's lost. What would that do? How could Spoink beat me in a fight? Spinder, easy scrap. It's dizzy as fuck. You'd push it over. What's it gonna do? Crawfish. You see, if that was a Groudon, I'd think that was hard. But Crawfish, I think it'd just be a win because he's a small fella. Armaldo, I think I would lose badly against because it can do some. I don't know if that's medical care, you know. But he looks like too much of a sound bloke to like injure you, to like maul you, you know. Both of these fellas here are in need of urgent medical care, and I'm sure you all know exactly why. Bayonet, I'm gonna not lose badly against, but lose again because it's a ghost, and if it just goes invisible, I'm fucked. Duskull, again, in the lose section. Chimecho is an awkward one, because it's just a bell, really, isn't it? I'll put it in the win. Why not? Why not's puny and pathetic, so I think it would be an easy scrap. Walrein, I think I'm going to be in need of urgent medical care. Simply because, again, it's going to be a water-based fight. I'm not the strongest swimmer in the world. B, it has them tusks, and it will just rip my arm clean off. There's no way I'm beating that. Right, so Reggie Rock. Reggie Rock I'm going to lose badly to, I'll say. I'd say I'd lose badly to both Reggie Rock and Reggie Steel, just with the fact that they can zap cannon me. It could crush me. Actually, yeah, you're right. Aggron needs to go here because he is a metal T-Rex and he could... Look at that jaw. Reggie Ice, on the other hand, I'd say I'd struggle win against Reggie Ice because Reggie Ice is just an ice cube at the end of the day. And eventually it'll melt. So if I just keep running and running and running in circles, eventually it'll melt. Groudon. Now, I'll need your help to decide this one. Am I going off of a normal Groudon or Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky Groudon? Because Explorers of Sky Groudon isn't real, so I'd say I'd be able to win against it with some determination. But if it's a normal Groudon, I don't think I'd be able to win at all. Still got the moves of a real. In that case, I'd say I'm probably in need of urgent medical care. Turtwig, easy scrap. It's a little leaf dinosaur. Chimchar, I'm going to win against, but it'll go here just with a simple fact that it could burn me. Piplup, easy scrap. Look how pathetic Piplup is. You're telling me Piplup could do any damage? Nah. Bidoof. Has anyone seen that video that's going around of Bidoof in the boss fight in Explore the Sky that someone did in Sky Temple? I don't know if Bidoof would put me in medical care, but I think I would lose badly to Bidoof. Shinx. It's an electric thing, so it'll be difficult, but I'll win. Budu is a one-hit KO. Just step on it and it'll burst. Lopunny. I don't know if I'd lose. I'll lose badly to Lopunny because I feel like it would kick the shit out of me. I think I'm going to take the L there. Skunk Tank. I'm going to put myself down as a struggle win for Skunk Tank just because I hate it. I really hate it. So I'd be filled with a bit of, adrenaline. And I think that would give us the boost. Chatot. Again, Chatot's going to be a struggle win. Just simply going off of the fact that it's a bird, so it can fly. But as soon as I get my hands on it, it's going to get crushed. Spiritomb. Spiritomb I'm going to take the L against just because of the fact he's a ghost again. But if I do grab his rock, no, that's going to struggle win. That's going to struggle win because it's a ghost. But if I just manage to grab its rock, I can just throw it. And it'll crack. And I've won. Munchlax. Munchlax I'd say is an easy scrap because he's just a fat little thing. Riolu I'd say I'd win against, but it wouldn't be an easy win. It wouldn't be hard, but it wouldn't be easy just because of the fact that Riolu's got some martial arts training behind him. Skroopy. I would struggle win against Skroopy because he's a scorpion and I don't like scorpions. I'd be a bit scared. Drapion, I feel like I am in need of urgent medical care because it's a giant fucking scorpion. It could rip me limb from limb. I would get stung, poisoned. It's not looking good for the Vivo. Brogunk would be a struggle win. I know he's a small guy, but what I'm saying is he is trained in martial arts and he's poisonous, so I'd have to be doing a lot of dodging away from him. Because if he punches, he could poison us. Weavile. I'm going to catch the L against Weavile just because of how fast it is. And if you've seen them little blades on its fingers, if it caught us, I'd be in a lot of trouble. And I think it will catch us, and I think I'll get hurt. Magnezone. I don't think I'd lose badly against Magnezone, but I don't think I'd be able to beat it. Again, if I turn on the Electromagnet, stuck. So if if I'm granted the same Electromagnet I was granted in my fight against Magnemite. Yeah, no, where's Magnemite? This is an easy scrap. That's a very easy scrap. I'm double thinking Weavile here because I know it's got these claws and it's fast. But I think if I caught it, it'd be knocked out. So I'm going to up it from there to there. It's a struggle win. Electivire, I'm going to say I'd lose against because Electivire is a massive electric grizzly thing. Mamoswine, I'm going to say I'll lose badly against just because of the sheer size of Mamoswine. I don't think there's a lot I could do in a fight against a Mamoswine. Have you seen Mamoswine? Have you seen it? Dusk Noir, I'm gonna just have to put in the lost category again because it's a ghost. It can go invisible. I can't punch it. I can't do shit to it. So I'll just have to go. I lose. Frostlass is a ghost, but it can't go invisible because it's stuck in this ice body. Is what I'm thinking. So Frostlass would probably be easy picking because it's such a frail little thing. Once I get past the whole scared of ghosts thing, I would just smash it. It's ice. Shattered. Just like how Reggie Ice would melt. Alright, these three, easy scrap. They're pathetic little fools, and I would kill all of them. There's nothing they could do to me. I know they try and use their psychic powers, but once I got past that, easy fighting. Primal Dialga? Yeah, I'm in need of urgent medical care. Dialga? Yeah, not quite as primal though, is it? I think I could struggle win Primal. I think I could struggle beat Dialga. Not Primal Dialga's a whole different monster. Bit of a savage. But I've made friends with Primal Dialga. I think I could struggle win Dialga. Just simply because when they go back to fight him after they've beaten Primal Dialga, he's a bit of a pussy, isn't he? Like, not being funny, but he doesn't want to scrap. So I think I could beat him. Palkia, yeah. Regigigas, I'm gonna need medical care. Cresselia. Now you see Cresselia's a bit of a pussy. And like I'm not saying I'd win against Cresselia, but I'm not saying I'd lose badly. I reckon I could give Cresselia a right seeing too. Easy scrap. Manaphy's pathetic. Darkrai, I simply just wouldn't close my eyes. I'd simply just keep them open. Do you reckon I can yeah, I suppose Regigigas is an easy win. I'm gonna put Darkrai just in the win because he is a strong guy, but I would again not fall asleep. Shaymin Sky is a struggle win simply because he can fly. It's gonna be a bit hard to get him, but when I do get him, he's in danger. Shaymin is an easy win. Actually, no, Shaymin's a one-hit KO. I'd just fucking get it and just throw it off the edge of a building. And finally, Igglybuff, which is again another one-hit kill. That's it. Oh, that's it. There it is then, boys. There you go. There's the final tier list. I think it's pretty accurate. I think it's a pretty accurate tier list. Nah, Wigglytuff wouldn't go in medical care. Nah. Ooh, actually, yeah, there could be apples involved. Maybe Wigglytuff is medical care, maybe you're right. Can you explain why Darkrai's in the I win tier? Because I just wouldn't go to sleep. I'd simply just stay awake and he'd be useless. To be honest with you.